Now by Houston Dynamo FC head coach Paulo Nagamura. Paulo, thank you for taking a couple minutes here. Obviously, a difficult result for the team tonight. And I'll leave most of the questions up to everybody else, but just as usual, if you can, just kind of give us your thoughts on the overall play of the team over the course of the whole 90 minutes.
It's difficult to say, but I have to praise our guys. I think we had a very good first half, minimizing Vancouver, having fully controlled the game in the first half. Second half, I think we dropped off too much, what led Vancouver to push us back. But even though I think we have the best chances of the game on counters in transition, and last 5 minutes it was just lack of attention, lack of resiliency, that if it's the other word, to keep the zero. But again, I think it was a good response from the guys after the Philadelphia game, and it's good. We're all gutted because we believe that we deserve much more than we got today.
Guys, if y'all have questions for Paulo, please click the raise your hand button and I'll get you in. While I'm waiting on those, Paulo, you mentioned there the response to the Vancouver game, or to the Philadelphia game. How proud were you of the way the team responded, came out early on, bouncing back from the result of it?
Yeah, no, that was definitely a positive with that. I think, again, we had a very good first half, playing through them, even in the second half, having most of the time control of the game. They had a few half a chances, half a crosses from our giveaways or from transition moments where we knew it was going to happen. So I think that's what's the most disappointing. I think we did enough. We did enough again coming after this game to get out 3, and we didn't. So I'm sure the guys were disappointed in the locker room. We are disappointed. The fans are disappointed. And we just gotta go back to work, and that's the only way that I know. And is go back to work and work on the things that we need to get better.
Okay. See if your questions come in, and again, guys, we'll start with questions in English. We'll do questions in Spanish after. We'll start with Alex Parra. Go ahead, Alex.
Coach, good evening. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for meeting with us. As we asked Sam a few minutes ago, it was a tale of two cities first half. You had moments of not only possession, but great possession, controlling the rhythm, controlling the game. I know it's early and it just happened, but what changed? Was it physical conditioning? Was it a myriad of things? Sam alluded to the mentality of leading versus tying or being down in the score. So can you add a little bit to that? What do you think made the difference between one half and the second half, Coach?
I think what it changed, we start to drop off and just defend lower on the field. I think that's gave a little bit more momentum for Vancouver. But to be honest, even with that, I think we still had the best chances. Not the best chance, but we had good chances in the second half to close that game out. Good plays. And I felt it's difficult because again, you could say there was a tale of two halves, but I still think that what we did in the second half was good enough to minimize clear chances for Vancouver. We knew that they're going to be very aggressive with the wing backs and cross a lot of balls and be good in transition. I think what the biggest difference is that we defend our too lower on the field, and that allows Vancouver to push us a little bit back. So,
Coach, I know we don't single out players per se, but we could see some of your reactions to great opportunities from several players up front that you have to take advantage of those opportunities, especially when you're on the road. And at 2-0 would have made all the difference for the team. So obviously, I guess the question is, we've got to take advantage of those opportunities. It wasn't happening, and I'm sure that's frustrating.
Yeah, no, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because, like you said, we did enough. We did enough, to be honest, to win that game, and have to be a little bit more to be not to be effective on the final third is frustrating because I think we create enough. We create enough to score the second, it's gotta be in the start of our season where we're not effective and not we're not deadly in the final third and half a play, off play, or whatever you call that play, and they get a goal and they get the second and they get momentum and we lose the game. So it's frustrating, but we never single guys out. I think I said like yesterday. I said that last week. I'm sorry. We win together, we lose together, and we learn from it.
Coach, thank you, sir. Thank you for meeting us. I know it's a frustrating night. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Alex.
All right, we'll go next over to Sam and Bono. Go ahead, Sam.
Hello, Paulo. Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm at the football game, and this is my time to be Dynamo manager. After the game against Philadelphia, you apologize to the fans, like the bench fans, stuff like that happened again. When I the line or whether it's been 3 points. What do you have for the fans tonight? Look at how the game ended.
I can't hear him.
Hey Sam, I'm gonna mute you.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear. It's breaking out. Can you?
Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Better, Sam.
Can you hear me now?
It was better before.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes.
Sam, let me just paraphrase for you because you're cutting in and out. Paul, I think what Sam was asking was, what would your message to the fans be after tonight?
The message to fans is simple. We will not give up on the season. We work tireless to be better every day. It's frustrating that we're not getting the results that we wanted, but they are loyal fans, and we're gonna turn this around for them. That's my message.
Okay, thank you for that, Sam. I apologize. Your phone's cutting out on us pretty bad. I'm gonna move on to Victor Ariza. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Paulo, obviously another tough result. You're not the first coach to struggle here at the Houston Dynamo. Lack of quality, lack of tired legs, obviously the schedule. Do you feel you have the roster here to succeed? Do you feel you've been backed by the club adequately to have a roster that can compete with the better teams in the Western Conference?
To compete with the top teams in our conference, no, I don't think so. I think we need to be honest and be clear about it, transparent. I think we have a competitive group, a group that can make the playoffs, yes. But in order to be in the top of the league, I think we're still gonna take a few transfer windows to be better. And I'm sure that Asher and Patty are working on it. But it's now, we say from the beginning, this is a process, and the more that the fans want to get results, the players, the coaching staff, the ownership, we gotta be realistic with ourselves, and be transparent that it's gonna take a few transfer windows for us to be where we want to be.
And obviously, your importing talent isn't necessarily there. One of the points highlighted in these last 2 games with Philadelphia, tonight with Vancouver, their youth players. What do you see the situation here, and maybe having that lack of support from the academy system?
Sorry, could you repeat your question, Victor? Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah, just your use of younger players. Do you feel you have the younger players waiting in the wings, the support of the academy system essentially to be able to push some of those guys up and get results?
Yeah, Victor. Yeah, this is a great question, and I told you from the beginning. I think I have a good experience with players coming through academy, second team, first team now, and I'm gonna say the same thing that I said a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago. We will assess players on daily basis and make sure they're ready to contribute. While they're not ready, they will not contribute. So I think the process is being in place. We're pushing the young players to be future MLS stars, and when when we believe that they're going to be ready, they will play.
Thanks, Paulo.
Thank you, Victor.
Okay, Sam, I apologize. I'm not going to come back to you just because your phone's been cutting out so bad. We're going to go ahead and switch over to questions in Spanish. So if you guys have questions in Spanish, go ahead and raise your hand. Alex, I see you, so we'll come back over to you.
Profe, espero que me escuche.
Sí.
Gracias otra vez por estar con nosotros. Platíquenos un poco sobre el ánimo del equipo tras estos últimos 2 partidos. Ha sido, me imagino, una semana pesada. Psicológicamente, ¿cómo mantiene este barco andando hacia adelante? Creo que es un aspecto muy importante, el aspecto psicológico de los ánimos de sus jugadores, profe.
Sí, mira, no hay... es un resultado difícil para nosotros por el juego que jugamos, por el partido que tuvimos, con el rendimiento que tuvimos, pero no hay tiempo para lamentar eso. Hay un juego en la próxima semana, tenemos que levantar la cabeza, reconocer que no fuimos bien el último minuto del partido o por algún momento de segundo tiempo, y levantar la cabeza y a trabajar, porque todavía hay 10 juegos y dependemos nomás de nosotros.
Profe, y me quiero robar la pregunta de Víctor que nos hizo, y creo que usted nos contestó muy honestamente. La pregunta fue que si tiene usted los jugadores para competir ante los mejores equipos en la MLS o en la Conferencia del Oeste, y si nos puede repetir esa respuesta, que creo que es muy honesta y correcta.
Claro, no, mira, yo creo que tenemos que ser muy transparentes con los fanáticos, principalmente los que están ahí para darnos fuerza. Es que la verdad no tenemos el grupo para estar ahí en los 2-3 primeros de la liga. No tenemos un grupo competitivo que sí puede llegar en playoffs, pero un equipo para disputar campeonatos y títulos todavía no. Eso es muy claro. Yo creo que le va a tomar 2-3 ventanas. Yo creo que Pat y Asher están trabajando muy duro en eso, pero la verdad es que con los grupos que tenemos ahora, la realidad es que no somos un equipo de punta todavía, y eso requiere tiempo, requiere reclutamiento de mejores jugadores, y el primer paso en términos de cultura, de identidad, yo creo que el equipo ya tiene. Ahora adicionar calidad y adicionar jugadores que pueden llevar a nosotros ahí.
Profe, perfecto, muchísimas gracias. Buen viaje de regreso y que tengan buenas noches.
Gracias, Alex.
All right, I don't see any additional questions, Paulo, so we'll wrap up with that. Thank you very much for
Thank
your
you.
time. Have a safe trip home.